welcome to my 1000 subscribers special. I know it's late, you don't have to tell me. I asked you guys to send me all of your questions so I could answer them in this Q&A. So sit back, get your popcorn, and enjoy the video. First question is by Ellie-Puss, or Ellie-Chunk. I know her from RuneScape as well, so it's nice to see her in the comment section. What are your goals for the channel long term? Are you looking to go full-time eventually, or is it just a side hobby? Well, right now it's just a side hobby, but long term I would actually like to do content creation full-time if it was possible. I don't know if it actually is for me. If it is, I would really like to become a content creator full-time because I feel like it's something I always wanted to do. And I mean, I already enjoy making content and entertaining people. I always love making people laugh or being able to like help people, like if they want to just talk about their day or whatever it may be. I love streaming. I love interacting with people. I guess it's nice also to have like an influence on people in a way, because you know there's a lot of people out there who do content creation that may not have the same opinions as I do, and they spread a lot of negativity on the internet, and I would like to be a change, I guess, in that sense as well, because I feel like the internet is kind of negative a lot of the time. So I would like for my community to be more positive and be a place where people can fit in a little bit more. And I don't know if that's something that can happen, like those two can exist in the same world, but I would hope so. I guess that's the answer to it. I would really like to go full-time. The goals for the channel long term, I guess would kind of be for me to get a little bit more consistent if I can, and just keep uploading videos, making content, make you guys laugh, be a relatable shitty OSRs player, I guess. Eventually, I would really like to kind of move away from purely playing one game, you know, because I do get like stuck in certain video games from time to time, and sometimes it's just not RuneScape. So it could be like Minecraft, it could be GTA, Red Dead Redemption, it could be anything, really. Sometimes I don't even enjoy gaming. So like I would really enjoy being able to make other types of content and not have to worry about what it really is, I guess. Like what the game is that's in the background all the time. So I guess kind of the goal would be to make the channel more about me rather than about the games that I play, in a sense. And that's also why I'm trying to include the VTuber more in my videos, because I'm trying to make the channel more about the VTuber rather than RuneScape, for example. Even if I don't make it full time, I'll always be happy with the fact that people even watch me and subscribe. Even hitting like 1,000 subscribers is just nuts to me. I don't even know how we did it, but I'm super thankful for it. The next one is from Muffin, and Muffin is quite a known person in the community to me. So 2 topics. Talk about your tattoos. I'm guessing you have some, because I think you have some on your avatar. I do. Right now they're kind of covered up, but I do have tattoos on my avatar and I do have tattoos in real life. I don't want to talk about them too much, I think, because it's kind of like a personal thing. One thing I will say, which is kind of controversial, I guess, in a sense, is that I do kind of regret a lot of my tattoos, which kind of sucks, because I used to be really happy with them, but now I don't think they just fit my personality anymore, I guess. Which is a little bit sad, and especially like the size of them too. I kind of have big tattoos. Maybe one day I'll do like a face reveal and we'll talk about my tattoos more, but there's one that my tattoo artist kind of fucked up on, which kind of sucks. And then I have a text that is actually on my VTuber that I actually have in real life, which just it's on my forearm, and it says "Guts Over Fear," which is actually based off of an Eminem song. And I think it was in Southpaw, like a movie that I really enjoyed back in the day. And that one I actually don't regret, because I think it's a really nice message. It's basically just like, don't be afraid to take chances and trust that part of yourself instead of the fear that you have from it. It's a really nice message to have on my arm for myself when I forget about daring to do things. I think that's all I really have to say about my tattoos. And the second topic that Muffin wanted me to talk about, which is really cute, is my dog. My dog is my absolute everything, and I love him more than anything in the entire world. His name is Apollo. He is a rescue from Russia and got rescued when he was 6 months old. He was supposed to get here when he was 4 months, but COVID happened during that time. So now he's 6.5. He's about to be 7 this year. I don't really know what breed he has in him, but he kind of has like a little bit of a husky German Shepherd vibe to him, alongside probably some smaller breeds, you know, like, you know, these like street dogs, they kind of have like a little mix of everything, but he has a very nice personality, extremely curious about everything. I don't know, he's just the most adorable little guy ever. There are certain things I wish I was better at as an owner but that's on me, not on him. I love him more than anything. I just wish I could give him a little bit more because he deserves it. He does. He's like the cutest little guy and the loveliest little baby. The next comment is from Pain Whale, which also known person in the community to me. While editing this video, I actually realized that I missed one question from Pain Whale, so I'm just gonna answer it now. And it is, what is your favorite food? I don't really know an answer to this question. A lot of you guys should know if you watch my streams that I eat quite a lot of frozen pizza because it's super easy to make and I have a lot of issues with cooking food and stuff. So I usually eat stuff that's really easy because I've recently been on like antidepressants and stuff. My appetite is completely screwed up. I sometimes can't really eat food. So this is a hard question, but anything like Asian food is really good. I really like Asian food. I enjoy pizza a lot, obviously. I enjoy burgers. There's also this Swedish dish that I really like, and it's called stuvade makaroner och falukorv. It's like stewed macaronis, and there's like this big old sausage that we have in Sweden called falukorv, and it's really good. That's one of my favorite foods for sure. I also really love pancakes. Most of the time I have like a craving for a very long time, and I eat the same food for months, and then I hate it. And then I eat something else. I just haven't got another craving since my pizza craving. So I hope that gave you a little bit of an answer at least. If you had one wish from a genie, what would you wish for? I've thought about this before. Genies usually wish for like, grants you like 3 wishes or something. I would honestly be very selfless with my wish. It would probably be like for everyone to have the same like equality. Wouldn't matter like where you were born, your gender, your identity, your sexuality. You shouldn't be oppressed because of who you are. If I only got one wish, I think that would be the one wish, because I feel like it's kind of like, oh, you could wish for unlimited wishes, but I feel like that wouldn't run with a genie. But if I could wish for unlimited wishes, obviously I would pick that. Hypothetically, NASA has found a new planet in the solar system. They choose you to name it. What are you naming it? This is a really good question. I don't really have an answer to this one. I'll probably have to think like when NASA asks me, and I'll be like, I'll give you an answer in like 6 months when I've made up my mind. For funsies, we'll name it Lumbridge. We'll make it a RuneScape reference. If you could do a collab with anyone in the whole world, alive or dead, who would you choose and what game would you play? I'm gonna take this as a double-sided question. I'm gonna take one answer. I'm gonna answer a dead person, and second, I'm gonna answer a person that is alive. I've been thinking about this question because I've read a lot of your questions, like a while before I actually recorded this video. For a dead person, I would probably pick like Juice WRLD. I think Juice WRLD would be kind of cool. And I don't know, anything that Juice WRLD wanted to play, we could just hop on and just talk shit. I think we would vibe. That would be pretty cool as a person that's like from the category of people that are dead. I feel like it would be someone that would be kind of around my era, so I could like properly vibe with them. So I think I would say Juice WRLD. I think we would get along. As for people that are alive, one of them also an artist, which would be Jake Hill. And I think it would be pretty cool to play RuneScape because I know Jake Hill actually plays RuneScape. Would be pretty cool to do that with him. A little bit of a dream collab, I guess. One other person I was thinking of that would be really cool would actually be to play games with Hanani, because Hanani is someone that I guess I look up to a little bit in the content creator scene. I think we have very similar humor, and I think we would get along really well. Hanani is definitely one of those people, and I think we would probably play a game that we both like super stuck in, because I think we both get like hyper fixated on games. I actually got another question while I recorded this, and it says, why is this video 300 subscribers late? Actually, we haven't hit 1.3k subs yet, so if you haven't subscribed, you should click that subscribe button. Also, if you didn't get it, this is a comment that I made purely so I could ask you to subscribe, so you can see the lengths I go through to ask for someone to subscribe. The next one is from Rusty Superset, and the question is, if the stars aligned, would you? When I saw that question, I was like, I wonder what that really means. If the stars aligns with what? I don't know, but I'm gonna assume that if the stars aligned, it was meant to be in a sense, you know? So probably, yeah. I don't know how to take it. I guess this is a bit of an open-ended question where it's like, if the stars aligned to be like where I would get like the perfect life, I guess, or I would get my dream job, which probably would be doing this, would I do it? And the answer would be yeah. I mean, I guess it's kind of like an open-ended question to make you think about what it is that you want, and if the stars aligned to the point where you would get it, would you do it? If you meant anything else by that, please let me know in the comments. The next question is from Sam. What bear is the best? And I think this one should be pretty obvious, at least for me. It's the panda bear. And the next one is also by Sam, which is an interesting question to say the least. If you had to choose between being eaten by an intergalactical horror or being squeezed between two massive cows, what would you choose? And I think I would choose the intergalactical horror. I think it would be a historical moment that would happen. The next question is by Kinnick, which is also proper OG on the channel. Was here before I even started making OSRS content. If you had unlimited money, what would be your dream car? So I'm not really like a car person, but I do like when cars look nice and sound good, but I'm not really a supercar kind of person, so I think I would probably get a Honda Civic Type R. I do like really enjoy the shape of them and how they look. It could also be like a daily driver. As I said, not really a car person. I would be really happy with the Honda Civic Type R. That was probably like my dream car. I hope that answer was satisfactory. The next question is from Alive to Kill, which is a crazy username by the way, but hey, you do you boo. What Ash grants you a wish? You learn to cast one spell from an OSRS spellbook, 1 day cooldown. What do you choose? I think probably Home Telly or High Level Alchemy. Probably High Level Alchemy, but I don't know what I would high alch. Old electronics, we could probably like high alch that for money, which would like both recycle them and give us money that we could spend towards helping people in need maybe. I like that question. The next question is from Vivid. It's also a known person in the community. Do you study still or work? I actually do neither. I am on quote unquote sick leave because of my depression, anxiety, and other bigger issues. I can't really work, which is kind of why I'm kind of occupying myself doing YouTube and content creation, because otherwise I would go absolutely crazy as well, because I kind of need my brain to be stimulated in some way, but with me being in control. When you work, you can't really control like your own work hours and stuff, which is the reason why I think content creation would be super good for me. The next question is by Lusknir, I think. Lusknir? I think I got that, hopefully. Is there any particular audience you wish to attract or maybe want to scare away? For me, the important thing about my audience is that they're very accepting people. An audience I wish to scare away is like transphobic, homophobic, and like racist people. Like I don't accept any of that in my community. Acceptance and positivity is super important to me. As a person who's part of the LGBTQ community myself, it's super important that everyone feels welcome and accepted here for who they are. I hope that kind of answers that question. The next question is from Bubble Cookie. The most important question of all, what is your favorite sandwich? There is this one thing we do during Christmas in Sweden, and we put Christmas ham on our sandwiches, and it's so fucking bomb. It's insane. That ham is just so good. Sometimes we put mustard on it and it's so good, and it's just, that would probably be my favorite sandwich, I would say. And our last comment, which has 15 different questions in it, is from The Flying Swee. Huge comment, which I really appreciate. Question number 1, how did you find out about OSRS? It was during the time I was in school. It was probably like 2005, 2006, maybe. No, yeah, 2005 probably, on Miniclip. Maybe it was before that. I don't remember the year, but it was on Miniclip, I'm pretty sure. We used to play on our school computers, and then we used to go home to one of my friends, and because he had like, at his dad's place, he had like 3, 4, 5 computers, because his dad was like an IT person, so he had like a lot of computers. We used to sit there and play RuneScape. It's really fun. So it's kind of how I learned about RuneScape, and then I used to, play it at home as well when I could. What's your long-term goals with OSRS? I guess it just depends on which account we're talking about. Green logging stuff on my main, like the chunker, I don't really have a goal with. And the bunny account is to take it to raids. What would you want Jagex to add to OSRS? An NPC that's actually named after me. And obviously I'm messing around. I don't think I deserve a place in this game. The next question is, what are your dreams? See, that's a hard question, because as someone who deals with depression and really low self-esteem and a lot of underlying issues, I guess, I don't really have a lot of dreams and plans for the future. I kind of just go with the flow. It's kind of dark to say this, but I didn't really expect to make it past like 22. And I'm currently 29, so I don't really know what I'm doing with my life. I have dreamed about, as I said, becoming a content creator. I would really want a 1-story house one day somewhere in Sweden where I could live with my dog, multiple dogs, a wife, a person that would be very similar to me, that have the same values, and that love me for who I am. And we would probably have a lot of pets, probably mostly rescues, living that cottagecore life, as well as kind of, you know, creating content, just living life, really. I guess there is like a dream somewhere in my brain, but as I said, dealing with depression and a lot of other issues, I kind of feel like I, in a way, don't like deserve the dreams that I have. I'm working on that in therapy, so hopefully one day I'll be able to be like, yeah, I deserve this. Do you have any tips for someone wanting to do an Ironman? Don't. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, just take your time with it. This is my main. I have 2 other Ironman accounts, but they're kind of like restricted in a sense. So I have never really done like a proper real Ironman account. So I wouldn't really know, but I guess take your time because being an Ironman can be kind of depressing. Probably set up like goals in a sense. And even if you don't reach your goal, like on like drop rate and stuff like that, try and take it with a grain of salt, and you will eventually be able to, you know, get your drop. Pushing for the same thing over and over and over again will only burn you out in this game. Take your time with things. Farming or herb lore? I'm gonna say farming because farming is kind of profitable, easy to do, kind of chill. Herb lore, mostly boring, expensive, and I don't enjoy it. I hope that's enough of an answer. Yeah, my farming is 90, my herb lore is 85. I think that proves it. What country are you from? I am from Sweden, born and raised. Så till alla mina svenska tittare där ute, tjena, hallå. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? I've always really wanted to go to like Scotland and stuff because I think it's really beautiful there. I really enjoy nature, but I would also really go to Japan. Beautiful country. Probably countryside more than like Tokyo or something like that. I think that would be pretty sick. When will we see you get a twisted bow? Hopefully on the bunny account, to be honest. It would be sick if we got it on the Cox raid. And if you're watching this and you're like, what the fuck is a Cox raid? Why are you raiding Cox? No. Cox stands for Chambers of Xeric. It's the first raid in RuneScape, so we're not raiding Cox. What is the first ever memory you have on OSRS? I think it would be one of my friends when I was a kid. As I said, we were at his dad's place where he had like multiple computers. So it was me and 2 of my friends, their cousins. We used to play like football together and stuff. We all put on like the military clothing and we took like axes and tinder boxes and stuff. And then we went out to like an area where there was a lot of trees and stuff. And we were pretending to camp in RuneScape. We were always played free to play because we didn't have money for members. So it was pretty fun to like do some really strange stuff in RuneScape that I would never think to do these days. That's my first memory of RuneScape. Do you edit your own videos? Yes, I do. I make my own thumbnails. I edit my own videos. I do everything, really, on my channel. So looking at OSRS, do you think they are moving forward in a good direction with it or not? Explain your answer. I think with the game itself, I think they're moving forward in a really good direction. When we look at maybe stuff like what creators they're promoting, I would start questioning stuff a little bit around some creators. But I understand they're big into space, but they are promoting creators that promote some interesting beliefs to their streams and stuff. So that's one thing I think Jagex could work on. That's just me personally. So, but the game itself is moving in a good direction. At least I think so personally. Do you have any plans on what you want to do on OSRS the upcoming year or two? Do you think you could unlock all of OSRS? Depends on what account we're talking about. Do I think I can lock all of OSRS on my main? I don't know what that would really entail, but I don't think so. And if we're looking at the chunker, absolutely not. What I want to achieve, I don't really have like big goals for the account. What quest in OSRS do you dislike the most and why? Oh, it's got to be one small favor for sure. It's not one small favor, and I know that's the joke, but I don't like that quest. I think why I think it's self-explanatory. And the last question of all, is there any OSRS player / YouTuber that you look up to and get inspiration from? Quite a few, actually. I would say like Jimmy, Framed. Hanani is not really an OSRS YouTuber anymore, but Hanani I would count as someone I look up to. Oh, Settled as well, obviously. The inspiration is more like how they create content and keep an audience entertained, and how they edit their videos, and where I can improve similarly to them. In terms of other YouTubers that aren't OSRS creators, I try to not like look up to too many people, because I think no person in life in general should ever be looked up to as like a superior person to anyone else. Don't put people on pedestals. you'll inflate their ego, you will deflate your own. So that's usually why I don't look up to people too much. I do take inspiration from a lot of YouTubers in general. If I disappear sometimes, it's probably because I take a mental health break. If you guys want to be more active with me offline, there's a Discord server linked in the description where you can come in and hang out with the community. There's some super nice people in there. It's a very nice place to be. And 87 lapses are total. I hope you guys all got the answers that you were looking for. Thank you all for subscribing to my channel and becoming a part of my lovely community. Next goal is 10K, I guess, or something, if we'll ever get there. Subscribe. And a massive shout out to all of my channel members that support my channel that little bit extra